Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm talking about something very special to my heart. And I think this video could motivate someone out there that it is possible. So I want to share with you how I got my European passport. This is Finnish passport. European passport is like the same used in the EU region, and we know how strong European passport is. So I want to share with you how I got my passport within 5 years living in Finland. You don't want to go anywhere. You want to listen to the end, because you might not necessarily be in Finland at the moment, but you might be planning to travel. I want to tell you that I was also in your situation, thinking about my life and thinking where I'm going to go from there. And I found myself in Finland. I want to tell you that don't give up. Don't give up your dreams. Just keep dreaming. So don't go anywhere. I'm going to tell you everything on how I got this within the shortest period, the shortest time ever, or rather the shortest time possible. Don't go anywhere. Listen to the end. I'm sure it's going to help you. If you're already in Finland, listen to this and listen to this information on how you can get this citizenship as soon as possible. So stay tuned and listen to the end for staying glued to my channel. And really, I think this should motivate someone. And I'm not doing this video for any bragging or anything. I'm just doing this video to motivate someone out there. So I came to Finland in 2015 as a student in Kokkola Central University of Applied Sciences. I knew nobody. I had no friend because there were no people, like there were not like not that much information about Finland when I was to come here. And moreover, many Cameroonians were not kind of traveling to Finland that much at that time. So when I came here, I had just one acquaintance, so he wasn't really a friend, it was just an acquaintance. And of course he got to be like a brother now to me. But that was the story. So I came, I studied, and I graduated, because I actually came as a double degree student, and my study was supposed to last for a year. So I had a year's resident permit. So at that time, they still were giving like the B resident permit, so that was student resident permit. And I was really confused, like, after my studies, am I going back to Cameroon, or what's my fate after that? But anyways, I kind of studied, and I graduated in April 2016 from the University of Applied Sciences, Kokkola. So after that, I started, like, within then I had been looking for jobs. And at that time, Finland was really closed, and Kokkola was really a small town. So it was really hard to get a job. But anyways, I finally got a job, and then I moved back. I moved to Helsinki region, and then I was working there and kind of pulling on with life. And then boom, I got to understand that it's possible to get a passport. And I jumped on this opportunity, because there were kind of one or two guys at that time who kind of knew about these things and knew that it's possible to get a passport. But the problem is getting the language certification, because in Finland, because they don't speak like Finnish language, English as their official language, they have Swedish and Finnish. So you ought to kind of speak one of those languages before you can apply for a passport. And also, you should have lived in Finland for 4 years. And people don't know. People think that you should have lived in Finland for 6, 7, 8 years before you can apply for a passport. That's not true at that time. But so this should be a disclaimer that at the time I'm making this video, that this was like the norm. I don't know, maybe tomorrow or after tomorrow the rules might change, but this is the information. And I want to tell you that if you are living in Finland, or you are not yet in Finland, it's possible, because After living in Finland for 4 years, I just I studied. I did the UKI test, the language certification test is called UKI test. I did the test, and thank God I passed and continued learning in Finnish language. And today I'm very fluent in Finnish. It's not because of anything special, it's just because I was committed to learn the language. And then I applied for my passport, and before I knew, my passport was out. And it's been mind blowing to me because I've been able to travel to many places I never thought of. I back then in Cameroon, I was rejected the US visa for about 3 times, and I had, it was like a dream for me to visit the US. I don't know. I'm so yeah, America is one of those places that I always wanted or wished to visit, and finally I got to visit the US and I met family members, met my elder sister's children, whom I've been talking with them for years only on phone, and that was so like emotional to me. I've been able to travel to so many places, and with my European passport, I know all my children, immediately they are born, they get the European passport as well. They don't need to struggle about resident permit and all those things, because in Finland, you don't get citizenship by birth. You either get citizenship because one of your parents has a citizenship already, and those are the kind of things that there are so many benefits of getting this passport, which I think that you should know, and you should keep it as a target. Even if you're planning to move to Finland now, good, keep it as a target before moving to Finland. And even if you're in Finland at the time, or at this time listening to me talk now, you should get a passport. I know that the Finnish language stuff is difficult. Yes, I understand you are busy with work and all those things. There are some things that are really important, because imagine you give birth in Finland, and your children, they have to apply for resident permit. You have to spend about 480 euros or whatever to apply for their resident permit. All that stress you don't need to go through, because you just have to do these things and get over it, So I think I just want to motivate someone out there. I just want to tell you that these things are possible. It's not that difficult. It's just for you to sit down, relax, and just go for it. So thank you very much for listening, and stay tuned. I'm going to be releasing a lot of videos about other things, but I thought that sharing this information with you, motivating you somehow, could be very important. So yeah, you remember, this is where you get a lot of updates about traveling abroad, and especially in Finland. And stay tuned for many more interesting topics, and remember to subscribe and hit the like button if you loved the video. And if you want to motivate someone, of course you can share the video to that person. So